Good afternoon, parents. The purpose of today's meeting is to know you about the new education policy. As you know, this is the third education policy after the independence. The first education policy was released in 1968 and second released in 1986. This policy shows the lot of changes, and today we are going to talk about what changes are in this policy. Before going to learn the new visions of this policy, let's see the systems of education in ancient time. In ancient time, Gurukul system was there. In that system, the students were learning Vedas. Now, why the students were learning Vedas? Because some of the peoples were earning money through that Vedas knowledge, and some of were learn the Vedas to achieve the moksha. That is the aim of the life. This knowledge is important. As per the time changes, the education policy also get changes. After the Gurukul system, the society changed into different varnas. Varnas means there are the society is divided in different caste systems. For example, Brahmins are there, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Such varnas were there, and they were forced to do the work as per the that society has fixed for them. For example, लोहार जो होता है वो लोहारी का ही काम करेगा, और आगे चल के उसका जो लड़का होता है वही लोहारी का ही काम करते रहेगा. उसी तरह से सुनार जो है वो और उसका लड़का भी सुनार का काम करेगा. या द किंग सन विल बी अ किंग, बट आफ्टर दैट द नेक्स्ट पीरियड स्टार्ट, दैट इज गुप्ता's period. In this period, Buddhism and Jainism religions were spread a lot, and that established a new society. They have break all the varnas, and they have give right to the peoples of the society to do the work of their own wish. और वो जो चाहते वो काम वो कर सकते थे, ये अधिकार उनको दिया गया. In this period, Nalanda and Takshashila universities were developed, which इस अलग अलग तरह के विश्वविद्यालय वहाँ स्थापित हुए, जैसे कि नालंदा और तक्षशिला. और उन समय इन दोनों यूनिवर्सिटी के द्वारा पूरे संसार भर में नॉलेज का प्रसार होने लग गया, और उसके कारण अलग अलग देशों से लोग हमारे यहाँ इन यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में ज्ञान प्राप्त करने के लिए आने लग गए. देन मुगल एम्पायर दे इन्वेंटेड ओवर इंडिया. They spread the Islamic thoughts. These were included in the education systems also. Among that thoughts, some were very important thoughts. For example, science and arts were correlated. Architect was developed in that period. We know the good examples of Taj Mahal and Red Fort. Such buildings were built in this period. After that period, the Britishers came to India. Now, these Britishers, they have totally changed the education system of that period. Why? Because they want such a people, those will work for them. They must know English. Such people they want, and they should do the clerical work for them. So the education system was prepared as per their own thinking. And after that, the changes in the education system, only the clerical mindset peoples were developing that time. English is the most important language of that period. Actually, अगर आज के समय में देखा जाए तो English has not so much important, but we people are giving so important to that languages that we forgot our own mother tongue also. We are giving this less value to our mother tongue. Even in that period, the languages which were related to our culture, our traditions, such as Sanskrit and Parsi, these languages were banned, and only the English was the official language, or the spread of English was there. After the independence, now everything will need to be changes, and these policies show that changes. For example, China, France, Japan, these are the developed countries. Why? Because they have stick to their culture, their traditions, even they don't change their mother tongue also. Even in China, the network language, it is of their own. Now, this kind of changes, these things help them to develop them lot. So we also want to develop, and for that purpose, the new education policy was implemented. Now let's see the next of visions of policy. First of all, I will read the points. What are those? First, develop an education system deeply rooted in Indian ethos, which has the capability to provide high quality education to compete in the global world. The second point, that is the curriculum and pedagogy must develop a sense of respect towards fundamental duties and constitutions of India and have a deep bond with the country. The next point, it is develop a sense of pride and respect for the country and be responsible for human rights, sustainable development, global well-being, thereby reflecting a truly global citizen. Now what the first point says, here Indian ethos means value system. Through this policy, we want to develop, or we want to give the most important to a deeply rooted educational system. Why? Because it is related to our culture, our society. And this policy give the ample chances to develop our ethos. The second one is the curriculum and pedagogy must develop a sense of respect toward a fundamental duties and constitution of India and have a deep bond with the country. Now, the another vision of this policy, our new education policy, is to develop a respect towards the country. Through this policy, we will develop a sense of respect among the students of our Indian, that to respect our country. The third one, develop a sense of pride and respect for the country and be responsible for human rights, sustainable development, global well-being, thereby reflecting a truly global citizens. इस पॉइंट के बारे में हम कहना चाहेंगे कि हम लोग दिल से बच्चों को हिंदुस्तानी बनाना, भले हम लोग हमारी सोच एक वैश्विक सोच हो, पूरे विश्व सारे ह्यूमैनिटी की तौर हम लोग प्यार से हमारे संदर्भ रहे, लेकिन हमारा जो दिल से जो हिंदुस्तानी बनना है वो एम बना रहे. दैट आर द विजन्स ऑफ दिस पॉलिसी. Now this policy also focus on socio-economically disadvantaged group. National Scholarship Portal. Now, as you know, number of gender identities are denied for the education. For example, women's. If we go back for some years, the women's educations were denied by the societies. Even the transgenders were not involved in the main education stream. But these policies have given the most important to this gender identities also. Women education has given the most importance. Even this policy says that we have to involve the transgenders also in these policies. We have to bring them in a main education system. And the this policy is shows the one equal scholarship holder. It means previously the scholarship was given to different tribe peoples and different peoples in a different scholarship portals were there. But now through this policy, the only one portal will be there. Next, that is socio-cultural identities. In our country, there are different types of tribe peoples are living. Those are scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, OBC, minority. For the separate policies were there, but now this education policy, it is clearly mentioned that through one national scholarship portal only, they will get the scholarship and they will get chance to learn in a mainstream of the school. Then geographical identities such as students from villages, small towns and agricultural degrees. Now in our India, there are number of small towns are there, small villages are there. So these students are derived from the higher education as compared to the city students. In cities, there are number of education facilities are available, but village students, they are not get chance to learn of the same facilities. So This policy also helps these students, and they will also tries to provide some such a facilities to the village and small town students also. Next one is disabilities, that is including learning disabilities. Now in our society or also in a school, there are some students those are disabled. For example, in Tare Zameen Par, they have shown the dyslexia. That such a student, those who are facing such a problems, for them also this policy has given chance. They will provide the scholarships to such a students, and some funds will be generated by the government for the development of these students. The next one is that is socio-economical conditions. There are some migrants, traffic victims, and orphans. For the students also, it means some migrants peoples are there. Their students are denied for the education. So to bring them in a mainstream of the education, this policy has some criteria for them also. So through that policies, migrant students will also get chance to learn in a men's education, men's school. uh, then trafficking victims, there are women trafficking are there, human तस्करी जिसे हम लोग कहते हैं. For such victims also, this policy tries to bring them in a men's school. And for orphans also the same work it is going on. Uh, then next, transforming circular and pedagogical structure. Now, in a traditional system, there was 10 plus 2. This was the academic structure. But as per this new policy, the structure is totally get changed, and this is the biggest change of this policy. That one is the new structure will be 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. The structure will be like this. For here, the fundamental stage it will be begin from the 5 years. It means the class first and second will be for the primary level. It will be attached, and in this students learning will be based on a play and activity based learning they will do. Next group it is of uh, second group, that is preparatory stage. Here also the learning will be done by playing, discovery and activity based. Next one is the middle stage. It is of 3 years. That is 11. The child of 11 or 14-year age. That class 6, 7, 8 students will learn through the experiential learning. About the experiential learning, I would like to tell that the CBSE has provided the number of trainings for experiential learning. The teachers are getting trained in that through the trainings. And the last one, that is uh, greater critical thinking, multiple disciplinary study, flexibility in closing studies. This stage will be for 9 plus 2. Previously we were that 11 and 12 are the junior college, but now the 11th and 12th classes will be also for the school level. Such are the lot of changes in this policy. Now the next topics will be explained by Mr. Rajesh sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Prashant sir. Now, just observe this slide, all of you. Shift content, competency-based teaching learning assessment. Competency-based means what? We need to check the student's capacity. Means this NEP 2020-21. It is depend on the student's capacity. Means their brain capacity, how to they understand the topic and how they apply the topic on a various outcomes. So in that they are given reducing curriculum to the core, essential to minimize rote learning. Means the previous that education policy, if you observe, in that education policy the means maximum things are depend on the bookish knowledge. But in this new education policy, the government decided to students for they can apply this knowledge in their daily life. Means it is a totally application based, we can say this. Learning outcome based curriculum means learning outcome based means the students will get some outcomes and they can use that outcome in their daily life. We can say it is a practical base also. Shifting traditional assessment to competency focus, promoting sports integrated and art integrated learning in a classroom for holistic development. Means in this new education policy, the education system is focused on the sports as well as arts faculty of the education system. Means for the sports, students are in a sports, students will occupy the space of ground, means they are developing their physical growth also. So that's why that new education policy is will focus on their sports as well as arts faculty also. In arts faculty, they're using some skills. They can use the skills in their daily life as well for application system. In that, if you observe the next slide, the policy talks about this new education policy is talk about the mother tongue language also. Learning in mother tongue regional language up to class 5, and it will prefer till 8th standard also. Means it's, we can say, the necessary students need to learn at least one language also in mother tongue. So students need to take that till 8th standard. We can say students need to learn in mother tongue as well as regional language, which is suppose for example Maharashtra, then Marathi, Gujarat, then Gujarati. So like that, students need to learn mother tongue or regional language also. Then this education system is focused on 360-degree holistic report card. 360-degree holistic report card, it means we can say this new education system or new education policy focus overall progress of students. Overall progress, it means what? Their sports, arts faculty, as well curriculum, co-curriculum. But in this education system, education department decided to focus on co-curriculum activities more. So in that, students will evaluate a cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domain. Means they can do their evaluation on as well, means 360-degree. It means the overall progress is very necessary for student. This purpose used in this new education policy. The next slide, transforming assessment and tracking student progress across the school. See, all students will take school examination in grade 3, 5, and 8. Means examination is necessary. So students need to take the examination in grade 3, 5, and 8. After that, board exam will continue for 10th and 12th rooms, but the existing system of board and entrance examination will be improved to eliminate the need for coaching classes. Means board exam is necessary, but that education system promoting that board examination to eliminate the need of coaching classes. Means as I previously I said, it's more, means education system is more focused on the co-curriculum activities. Means we can say application based question, right? In that, students need to do the practical also. In that practical, they learn more than the theoretical knowledge. That purpose, that new education policy focus, and as per that, they form that new education policy. It means that in that new education policy system, students overall progress is necessary as per that 2020-21 NEP. So the next information by Manjusha Madam.
Thank you, sir. Here I am to explain the key features of pedagogy. The first one is competency-based education. What is meant by competency? Competency-based education allows students to advance based on their ability to master a skill or a competency at their own space. Means they can become a master of in that skill which they are able to do. It is not like a ratta mar, no memorization. Exams will be conducted on बच्चों को क्या आता है. On these exams will be evaluated. एग्जाम्स इसलिए नहीं लिए जाएंगे कि बच्चों को क्या नहीं आता है, तो एग्जाम्स इसलिए लिए जाएंगे कि बच्चों को क्या आता है. Then the next is integration of a subject. Integration means to learn 2-3 subjects in a one, through art integrated, through sport integrated, ICT integrated, and storytelling based pedagogy, among others, as a standard pedagogy. Integration refers to the consolidating of basic concepts, facts, and knowledge in subjects that are related from recognizable part to from whole during the process of teaching and learning. Rather than studying only one subject in isolation, integration of the subject may help a learner to become a more efficient. For example, a class might study a unit called the sea using math to calculate pressure at certain depth and social study to understand why coastal and inland populations have difference. Then the next is development of scientific temper. Development of scientific temper, inclusion of knowledge and practice of human and constitutional values such as patriotism, sacrifice, non-violence, truth, honesty, peace, etc. Through this new policy, we are going to develop a scientific temper in the students. Means if something is happening, then the child will not look it in a blind faith. He will not see what is the blind faith on that, but he will try to find out why it is happened. Means he will try to find out the reason in a scientific way. In our India, we have many blind faiths, like suppose अगर हमारे हाथ से दूध गिर जाता है तो हमें लगता है कि something will happen in a whole day, and in that intention something is happening wrong from us, and then we thought that okay, today the water has spoiled from me, that's why this happened to me. So we need to change this kind of thinking of students. We need to develop a scientific attitude. Then the next is no skills among subject learning. No hard separation between curricular, co-curricular, extracurricular, academic, vocational, science, humanities, sports, art, academics. Means with the physics, a child can also learn a music. With the sports, he can also learn a art. Then emphasis on a digital literacy. Digital literacy means the ability to find, evaluate, utilize, share, and create content using information technology. Here, a child will know how to use digital literacy and the basic of internet safety, such as creating strong password, understanding and using privacy settings, and knowing what to share or not to share on a social media. Then the promotion of multilingual teaching, promoting states to enter into bilateral arrangement with nearby state into higher language teachers. Then the next is 10 bagless days, emphasis on vocational educations. We need to arrange such a vocational trainings, not a big but at least a small, where a student can get primary introduction of a vocational skill in which he or she can see that they can be think it as a career. No school dropouts, bring children back to school. Here, first of all, we need to see the problems that why children are dropping out the schools, why they are not coming the schools. The problem may be that some learners may feel that they are too far behind academic to catch up, while others may have a problem at home, family reason. So first of all, we need to find out the reasons and then we need to work on it. We need to communicate to the students. We need to talk them about their problems. Then we need to keep with them in a touch. Then the next is parents should try to identify their kids' physical disabilities, learning disabilities. Early detection means early help. Physical disabilities means the child is not able to walk, then he should inform or he should tell to the school, so school will do that arrangement. If the child is not able to learning disabilities, if he is having like dyslexia, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, then if a child have this kind of physical disabilities or learning abilities, then the parent should tell the school in well in advance, because for these physical or physical disabilities or learning abilities, the CBSE or the school board is also providing some facilities, like if the child is slow writer, then in exams the school is or the board is providing them more time to complete their paper. Now the next topic will be conducted by Miss Syed Yasmin Madam.
Good afternoon, parents. Okay, my topic is parents should attend parenting sessions that will be organized by school. Okay, so it helps parents to know all about the functioning of the school programs and so on. It works towards making the school better and the best place to get a quality education. Okay, here are some points for that a parenting meeting. First one is get connected. Okay, there is no better way to know what's happening in your school. Okay, discover great resources. The main offers the variety of the programs designed for the parents as well as the students. Opportunities to meet other parents, teachers, discussing issues and are in your mind. Okay, you can share your ideas also with school. By getting involved at your child's school, you will be a part of the solution, helping make a positive change in our school. Then next topic is parents are expected to work closely with school to deal with substances abuse, sexual orientations and other adolescence issues. So parents, here are some issues are there. Parents, you are the play a major role in preventing substances abuse among youth and in helping them in they have initiated us contact with school and involving a planning of a school-based education for drugs. Sexual orientations teach your child about good touch and bad touch. As arrange a sexual education for the from school, you have to encourage to the school. Adolescence issues between 10 to 19 years, this is the age of the adolescence issues. The most common problems among adolescents are related to the growth and the development. As well, please don't tell them a negative instructions, tell them positive instruction, and please contact with teachers and school about that point. Stay updated. Stay updated about your child's activities. First one, a student's portfolio. Portfolio means their profile, what your child is doing in school. His activities, what your child is doing activities in school, what is the result of your child, that you have to update it. Parents, be a volunteer here. Here first point is FLN, National Foundational Literacy and Numeracy Missions. In this point, our PM Narendra Modi ji said that on 18 May 2020, One Nation World Digital Platform means one class, one channel. जैसे कि हम अब तक बच्चों को पढ़ाते थे लर्न टू रीड एंड रीड टू लर्न, ये जो दो डेफिनेशन है वो नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने हमें यहाँ पर बताई है. पहले हम लोग रीड टू लर्न सिखाते थे. पहले हम लोग लर्न करने के लिए बच्चों को रीडिंग सिखाते थे, बट अब हमें क्या करना है, बच्चों को सिखाना है रीडिंग करने के लिए. तो थर्ड स्टैंडर्ड में बच्चे ने 1 मिनट में कम से कम 30 to 35 वर्ड्स जो है वो 1 मिनट के अंदर वो इजीली रीड कर पाए. For this, we can say that if we succeed here, then the child can easily understand other subject as well. See, nowadays most of the children are a different addicted. Okay, explore sure lectures by the parents और specialties. अगर हमारे क्लास में कोई पेरेंट्स ऐसे, some parents are doctors, some are teachers, some are leaders, so that come in school and give their suggestion to the स्टूडेंट्स को आपने आपकी जो फील्ड है उसके बारे में बच्चों को बताना है. चाहे फिर वो फार्मर हो तो फार्मिंग के बारे में आप अगर बच्चों को बताते हो तो वो फार्मिंग के बारे में उस बच्चे के मन में एक जो एक्साइटमेंट थी वो जागेगी और बच्चा उस फील्ड में आगे और कुछ ज़्यादा साइंटिफिकली प्रूव कर सकता है. सो नेक्स्ट टॉपिक आई वांट टू say okay, Mahendra sir will explain other topics.
Thank you, madam. Parents, we know that recently government announced the new vocational policy 2020. So on the basis of the education policy, we finalized the structure-based education to development the physical, mental and social development of the students. So in this way, we develop our education system as well as to our teachers and the student knowledge. We have to encourage the logical and critical manner also. So you know that on the 21st century in the classroom, we have enriched the certain subject skill to become the success, adaptation, productivity, human being, addition to the professional and professional skills are there, including scientific manners are there, critical based thinking, creativity, innovation sense, behaviors, art, oral and written communications, and health and nutrition, physical education, fitness and sports are there. So dear parents, you know that 10 days late period during the grade 6 to 8 for the student to learn with the local vocational expert. You know that the local vocational experts are there, carpenter are there, gardener, potter, artist are there. So in the sense of those local people, we interact with them and learn the skill of languages and learn the skill of their profession. Okay, so the next is things is that it is a very most important thing, NIOS and ODL is there. So you know that NIOS and ODL is there. They provide to facility to open education is there. NIOS and ODL follow the learner-centered approach of a teaching through open and distance mode. It is offer a wide range of subject in a comparison to any other formal school is there. The learner are free to choose the subject combination as per their need and goal. So this is the very important aspect. In Marathi, the people always say that शिक्षणाची वारी शिक्षण आपल्या घरी. So in this way, we have to announce the Maharashtra government as well as central government. Next, the parents representative for PTM. You know that the new parents means, do you know your class parents and representatives? Your classroom lifeline is there. So because of overall development of a student, we need to organize the different aspect in our education system. So the parents must aware about the class parents representative as the sense of a community. It's built overcome to isolation of a teacher, student, parents. So the parents join the social and professional development program, sharing the teaching, learning content, join the activity, and lots of things happen in the school. To cooperate and support the across the school education for the children. To improve the governance of the schooling system by developing all final decision and to principal, teacher, and our stakeholders within each group of school. So it is the very important aspect of the teaching and learning things. Same, next one is the participant in event for the parents in school. So it is the really very important thing when the parents participate the different event into the school. At the time, students also feel happy and they encourage about that. The parents and the community people may provide the valuable support service, building a quite positive attitude toward the school. They can help also in the building of a self-confidence and friendly atmosphere in the school. Next thing is that involved in a community outreach program by schools. So there were lots of communities are there, and the community will involve our school. We organize the different programs in refer to outreach. The schools are there and communities are there. The community outreach refer to efforts that the connect the organization idea to practices to the public, in which focus on the product or strategy that enrich the value of social value. With the help of involve the different community, we have to enrich our social values are there. So in this way, we are organize the meeting is there, and we heartily thank you to parents to participate that meeting. मैं सभी पेरेंट्स का तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूं जिन्होंने अपना कीमती समय निकालकर इस मीटिंग को ज्वाइन किया है. थैंक यू वेरी मच.